everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Christina and this is Sissy Crochet. Today we are going over our next update for our temperature blankets from this year's and last year's blanket. But before we get started, I want to thank everyone who has seen my last couple videos that have really taken off. And if you like my videos and you want to continue seeing more, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and turn on notification bells so you get notified every time I post a video every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and maybe occasional video here and there for yarn hauls. You never know. But today is our temperature blanket update. I have 2 blankets, so if you have been keeping up with my videos, you know I'm doing a blanket for this year and a blanket for redoing a blanket from last year, and I'll be showing both those for you today. But also before we do get started, I do want to remind you I need to start slowing down. This is helping me with that. So remind y'all that Thursdays will be any updates on my temperature blankets. Tuesdays will be my updates on any projects that I am currently working on that are not temperature blankets, because I'm doing a separate video for those. So let's get started with this year's blanket. Now I am doing just a simple blanket. Get my yarn on this side here. Just a simple blanket. I'm gonna fold it up so you can see all of it. But this is just the linen stitch or the moss stitch. It depends on what you prefer. So I'm just doing a row per day, and I'm gonna find my marker here. So I have a stitch marker marking the end of January, which is the first row of this pretty blue color here, and then the rest above it is my February temperature so far. So I'm going to get onto the yarn that I'm using real fast. I am using, what's it down? I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby. And you see I'm going to get more. This is one color that I've been using. Get more of that. I have a couple of colors that I'm going to have to really get more of. But the specs on this is 100% cotton. Excuse me. It is a size 4 weight yarn, or medium weight. There's 3.5 ounces, so not that big. And it has 180 yards. So this color here is Royalty. And if you have not seen my video for a couple of videos ago, it has all the colors that I'm using, and it has all the temperatures and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. This is my temperature range here. It's 14 degrees in I can't say that word. Intervals, as best I can say it. So a lot of January has stayed around 3 of my ranges, 29 to 42, which is my blue. It's this color, Royalty. Oh, excuse me. And if I have 43 to 56, which is my lighter color here, right here, that is called Serene Spa. And then I have 57 to 70, which is this green here. This green is called Sage. So January has been seeing a lot of Serene Spawn Sage. So this is January's page of my records here. No kitchen. And like I said, I'm doing the average temperatures. So we've been seeing a lot of 40s, 50s, 60s, in our 30s. In fact, we had a really cold week last week. Because if you have not seen my last video, or my short, we had a ice storm come through Arkansas. And it got cold. We had a lot of trees down. We had a lot of power lines down. We lost power here for not quite 3 days, but 2.5 days. But it got rough because you never realize how much you are depending on things that use electricity until you don't have any electricity to use those items. You really have to start thinking, what can I do to survive, even if it is a short period of time. But that week we literally had, like I said, a lot more blues, so a lot more 30s or low 40s, like 41. But we did have a couple of, before the storm came through, we had a little bit of a warmer start to the week, which we had Sage and Spa. So my little photo dice just to keep the stuff in. And also the hook that I am using is a size 6mm hook, or a size J. So that is this year's blanket. Like I said, I love the colors. I'm not a big green person, but it's definitely unique, different. And it shows how close some days can be in the averages. Well, some are, you never know what it's going to be. So this is this year's blanket so far. And I will have to get some more yarn hopefully next week. And I'll put this stuff later. So I'll put that there. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to last year's blanket. Last year I started a blanket that was my very first one. In fact, this is some of it right here. That's, in fact, it's so big, I can't even fit the whole thing in the video. It ended up being a lot bigger than I had originally planned. It showed up being more of a king size blanket, and it was using a lot more yarn than I had originally planned to use. And when you have to buy a big quantity of yarn, it really costs a lot of money. So I'm just getting last year's blanket that I'm working on now over here. I can talk about it more. But I decided to take out this massive thing here. The yarn that I'm using is also from Hobby Lobby for this one. It's Yarn Bee soft stickers, kind of all scrunched up. But this is the color white, which I will use this yarn later on when I get down to like December, which is the only month I will use this color in. But this is also a size 4 weight. It's 100% acrylic. These have 6 ounces and 300 yards. So, and its on always has a nice little fuzzy now, but each has like a nice sheen to it, which you can kind of see there. But this one I was using the highs and lows, but I rewrote how I was doing my temperatures and stuff. So I can show you the ranges and the colors real fast. So got a little binder here. So this was my color range for last year's blanket. I was doing 10 intervals. So, but like I said, I was using the highs and the lows. So this is how I do this one here. I have the high temperature, and the low temperature, along with the color. So this color here is for the highs, and these are for the lows. So I just have it in this little binder so I can keep up with it. Now I did get all the way up to January. My mind came. Think straight day. I did get all the way up to July 2nd on this massive thing here. So I am taking out a month at a time. So somewhere between 30 to 31 blocks. I am doing a block per month. And the yarn that I took out, I am reusing. And I am also thinking about doing something else to kind of help hide certain things. But this is kind of, I'm going to keep it folded because it's hard to see. But this is June's. So, now June is not complete, as you can see with all my tails. Mainly because June only has 30 days. And most months have 31. So I have to have a couple of rows up here at the top, right here, to kind of accommodate for those temperatures. So I have to wait until I get some yarn to do that filler in. Plus, wherever that yarn I'm using as a filler, hold on. Sorry, my cat was wanting to attack the dog. They're still working on getting along. But this color here will also be the border for my blocks. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the next month that I am currently working on. And now get on to the idea I have to to kind of finish up the block. That's what I'm trying to say. So this one here, this is May so far. Not quite as dark as June's. So not quite as warm of temperatures. So we have some 80s, some 60s, still have some 90s. But we also had some 50s in here too. We got some 70s and 60s, stuff like that. So, but one thing with me reusing the yarn from this, there's gonna be some where I have to tie in. So I have these like knots from where I'm gonna tie my yarn. So what I'm thinking, once I get all the blocks done, I am going to do a second block where the back will be just straight single crochet. There won't be no single crochet, chain one, single crochet. So this is same as my blanket for this year's stitch. It's still the moss stitch or linen stitch. It is, I'm doing it in a block per month, not a whole blanket. So what my thought is do a panel for the back that is just a single crochet row all the way across. No won't have a pattern like this, but you'll have the same colors. Let me just saying. So, and then also to help hide all my tails, I don't feel like trying to cut my tails, try to hide on stuff, because I'm a little hard with this. I am taking my border color, working in between my tails, and placing a single crochet kind of right here, which is will push my tails down, kind of like that, and then do a round on this block, like on my main block here, and then do it around like that on my back panel, and then take another row of single crochets and use that to kind of bind or join both blocks together. So this is so far what I've done. Let's say I can put these side by side so you can see how they'll look. They can be kind of beside each other. So May's in June. So May's is working on it, but I believe I have. Let me look back at my temperatures here. I worked on a little bit last night. I just finished up May 21st, so I got about 10 days left on May's before I finish them. And also, I want to show you the hook. This is hook. I did get this hook from Hobby Lobby, so, and it's a size 5. My dog just moved the table. So, more, stop. So, this is what I've done so far for both my temperature blankets. They are coming along, and they are both unique. So, that's what I have for the temperature blankets. Again, I will post another update on these next Thursday, and I will show you everything I've done again for my projects outside of these temperature blankets Tuesday. So definitely, if you want to see those, definitely hit the like and subscribe button. And if you have any thoughts on what I'm planning to do for these blankets, definitely leave them below. I would love to see them. And also, next week is definitely going to be a little tight. And because we're also preparing to go to my daughter's doctor appointment, and which is next week. So, if y'all would pray for us for that trip, it'd be very appreciated. This is more or less an all-day trip, and the appointment usually goes pretty well, except for whenever my 2-year-old, which is the one that's going to the appointment, it's her appointment. My 2-year-old likes, actually, no, I can't say like. My 2-year-old does not like being poked with a needle, and she gets blood work done every time we go. So, just pray that she does good. She normally does. She fights at first, but Mama's always holding her down. If you have any questions on her condition and everything, she was born with congenital hypothyroidism. If you're curious about that, just ask me in the comments. I'll definitely get back to you on those. But this is just something we do every few months. She's okay. It's just something she was born with, so. But yeah, that's what I have for today. Again, hit the like, subscribe, leave your comments down below, And I will see y'all on Thursday. On on Tuesday for my next video. And this one will be update on all my projects that I am working on. There will be no calendar blanket, just a heads up on that, because that's a once a month kind of deal. So, and I just finished up February, so there's no doing that. So that's what I got for y'all today. I will see y'all later. I'll see y'all Tuesday. So, bye guys. Stay safe. Love y'all.